Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always ready to explore something new.
All right, so today we're going to tackle something pretty fascinating. We're going to look at data governance, but through a completely different lens.
A different lens, huh? You got me intrigued already.
Okay, so get this. We're going to be looking at data governance through the lens of, well, DNA.
Whoa, hold on. Data governance and DNA. Those two seem, well, kind of worlds apart.
Yeah, right. It's like,
Mhm.
what could they possibly have in common? But trust me, there's a connection here. We're diving into Ira Warren Whiteside's work, his piece called Data Governance, Billions of Years in the Making.
Okay, billions of years in the making. Now that's a title that grabs your attention. So is this guy saying our DNA can teach us how to manage data?
Exactly. Whiteside argues that understanding how DNA works can actually give us some really valuable insights into how to make data governance in businesses, way more effective.
That's a pretty interesting concept. I mean, both DNA and data governance are essentially about managing tons of information, right?
Yeah, you're totally right. Both are about handling all this complex information to achieve something specific.
Like with DNA, it's all about keeping us alive, making sure our bodies function properly. And for businesses, it's about, well, success, achieving their goals, all that good stuff.
Right. So just like our bodies are constantly growing, changing, regenerating with the help of DNA, businesses also need to adapt, to evolve, especially in today's world. And that's where managing information well, having good data governance comes in.
I see where this is going. And Whiteside, he actually uses this really cool analogy in his piece, right? He compares the stages of how DNA is processed to like the key steps involved in data governance.
Right. It's a brilliant analogy, actually. So let's break it down, shall we? First, we've got the input stage. Just like our DNA starts with those tiny building blocks, those nucleobases, businesses start with raw data.
Think of all those customer databases, sales records, website activity, all those different sources pouring in information. That's the raw material, the input.
And this is where things can get messy, right? You have data all over the place, different formats, inconsistencies, errors. It's a bit overwhelming.
Totally. And just like our cells have this amazing process called transcription to, clean up and prepare the genetic information.
Businesses need that clean stage too. It's
Right.
all about data transformation.
Cleaning it up, formatting it, standardizing it,
hmm
making sure it's consistent and usable. You're getting rid of the junk, the errors, all that.
Makes sense. All right, so we've got our input, we've cleaned it up. What's next?
Next comes decoding. Our cells use translation to decode those genetic instructions.
Yeah.
In data governance, this is where we make sure that the data is accurate, reliable, that it actually makes sense.
Things like data quality checks, making sure there are no duplicates, getting rid of outdated information.
Yeah, and this is where master data management comes in, creating that golden record.
Hold on, golden record. What's that all about?
It's basically like having this one source of truth for your most important data. Think customer info, product info, all that vital stuff. It's all consistent, accurate, and in one central place.
Ah, so no more duplicate customer entries, outdated addresses, all those headaches. I like it.
Right. It's about bringing order to the chaos.
Yeah.
And finally, we reach the output stage.
So in our cells, this is where we get protein synthesis, right?
Mhm.
Essential for our bodies to function.
And in business, the output is, well, everything running smoothly. Processes are streamlined, decisions are made based on reliable data, and the business achieves its goals.
Okay, this analogy is really clicking for me now.
Hmm.
I mean, think about all the times a company struggles because their data is a mess.
Mm.
Sending multiple marketing emails to the same customer because of duplicate entries, inaccurate sales reports.
Oh, yeah, all those problems. And it can be really costly and frustrating, not just for the business, but for customers, too.
Good data governance is the key to avoiding all that, right?
Yeah.
Having that well-managed data, it's like having a well-oiled machine.
Precisely. It's like having that efficient DNA, making sure everything runs smoothly.
This whole DNA analogy, it's really eye-opening. But honestly, isn't it a bit too simple? Data governance in the real world, it's way more complex than just following those four stages, right?
Oh, absolutely. If you got human behavior, constantly changing technology, the business landscape is always evolving. It's not just about the technical processes.
Yeah, Whiteside touches on this too, right? He mentions how human error, those evolving technologies, they all add layers of complexity.
Exactly. There's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to data governance.
So what can we actually take away from this whole DNA thing then? How do we apply those insights to these real-world challenges? It's something to think about for sure. This deep dive has definitely made me see data governance in a whole new light. Who would have thought we could learn so much from our own cells?
Yeah, pretty amazing, isn't it? And it really highlights how important it is to get that data DNA right.
Absolutely. Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive. It's been fascinating exploring this connection between data governance and DNA,
Totally agree. And who knows what other surprising connections we might uncover in future deep dives.
right? Maybe we'll find out that the secret to a successful marketing campaign lies in the structure of a honeycomb. Or,
Or that the best project management strategy is modeled after ant colonies.
hey, you never know.
Yeah.
All right, folks, until next time, keep exploring, keep those minds open, and maybe you'll discover some amazing connections too.
And remember, good data governance is like having healthy DNA. It keeps everything running smoothly. See y'all next time. Bye, everyone.